All right, cross that off the list. Shoot. Idiot. So I have all these little clever systems that I've come up with throughout the years to make a lot of the really tedious or labor-intensive tasks that have to do with prepping for crabbing easier and faster and able to do with one person, because I used to have to one-man everything. And I could do this stuff in my house, but a lot of times I take it down to the marina here and do it here because there's a good chance that somebody's gonna come along and improve on my system. And a lot of times they're right. Another one of these silly little tasks that is holding me back is getting the roof put back on the Southern Girl. Not that hard to do, but just one more thing to do. Keeping the roof just on this old pontoon boat frame floating next to it, because space is kind of a premium here at this marina. Everybody will be happy to have the old pontoon boat out of here. We'll have a whole nother slip opened up. Trying to get the roof on is gonna be far, far, far easier if I can take the stack off of here, so then I don't have to thread a needle. Didn't do this when I took it off, which was stupid. Hope there's no bees in here. There's freaking wasps all over the place. It's relatively clear. Oh wow, it's clean in here. Wow, I wonder what the occasion was. Don't let me down. Ooh. Nice. You're gonna have the magic touch. I'm telling you, one day I'm just gonna let the intrusive thoughts guide me. I'm going to drive the pole truck, the pole cat, as they call it at PG&E, to 7-Eleven, just for the heck of it. Drive. Okay. Now, I'm not sure why I always put off all the little stupid things till like the end and then do them all at once. It doesn't make any sense. It's like you still have to do this stuff. Putting it off only makes it worse. Yet my entire life, always kind of procrastinating on the little stupid details. But half the time, those are the things that cause you the most stress, can ultimately sink whatever plan you have. Yet here I am, putting off the stupid things until they stress me out so much that I have no choice but to get them done. I'm better than I used to be. I'm trying to get better. Some people just don't do it. The thing always makes me nervous that I'm gonna just like drive it off the freaking pier by accident. One of these days I'm gonna yank the motor out of this thing and put it in my boat. Air brakes. Cut it. We're cutting it. Good? Hi, idle. Let's get it done. I absolutely hate this roof because it's so stinking heavy for this little boat. Wanted to build a new one, but I do not have the time to build one out of aluminum like I would like to. One more year with this. I've been saying I'm going to replace it for like 4 years. Oh, other left, other left. He's giving me these signals like I know what they mean, but I don't. That is some rigging right there, buddy. That's rigging done right. Probably be down there. I don't know why he's down there. I always pick the windiest days to do the sketchiest stuff. All right, take 5. It's blowing even worse right now. Literally was not even windy until I got the crane out. I'm stuck under the pier. That's good. Lower the boom. Lower the boom. All right. That seems a little sketchy. You gotta move the straps this way. All right, take 17. I think we need to lower it and move those straps down. Some very sketchy rigging right here. Yeah, we'll try it. Up. All right, if you say so. Oh my God. Okay. It's got to land in those things up front. If you want to get on here, I can get on the cabin and kind of guide it down in there. It's on there. It wasn't pretty, but it worked. I like this thing. It makes me feel like a taste of being a company man, you know what I mean? Like maybe I'm gonna retire here pretty soon and hang out at the bait shop every morning for 3 hours and drink coffee. Talk about how everybody doesn't know what they're doing. That is a win. I need to see something look different at the end of the day or else I feel like I didn't get anything done. It's a disaster, but still a win. So when we build the lines, we need something to put them in. So I buy these Brute trash cans. I'm gonna build some barrels. So usually I use a trash can with a piece of PVC pipe, single float stick, but they're a little short and I don't love the PVC pipe because it's a little too wide for the loops. So I'm gonna try these snow stakes, attach them to the side here to stack the loops on. Think that's gonna work?
No.
I don't think it's gonna work either. Ooh. Yeah, looks like it's working.
Your tea is spilling.
Yeah. I couldn't tell if when you said your tea is spilling that was like some wise metaphor that you would say, or if there was actually tea spilling. But it turns out there was just actually some tea spilling.
Yeah. Confucius.
You got it. Sometimes there's no substitute for brute force, you know? It ain't bad. What I should do is drill a hole through the top. So
You still can.
So freaking wobbly, but we'll need one more slit in it if I want this to end inside the barrel. Hey, it's experimental, right?
You need a screwdriver to just open the whole, each hole.
Just stick one in and pry it. There we go. Unless we just ignore it. But what I also don't want to happen is that line gets stuck underneath of that. So it may actually be better to end them on the outside.
The problem is you might end up with that rod getting slid further down.
The thing that's I think is going to determine it is, can I have it end on the outside and still stack the buckets inside of each other? If I can't, then I got to move it.
I don't know that you can, because this is the widest part of the bucket.
Let's just try it. There we go.
This better not be a three-person job.
See, that looks a little sketch. That actually works kind of nice. That is sort of a pain. What if we cut one more little slit right here and just try to tuck the bottom? I think that's going to be all right.
Kind of nice to be able to end that thing in a big wad of putty or something.
I was thinking about pouring epoxy in there
Yeah.
to cover up that thing.
I don't think epoxy is going to stick to this.
5,200 actually might work, but your price of barrels just went up, doubled. These things, $1 a gallon, $32 last year. Now they're $40 a piece, and they're not even any cheaper if you don't buy the lids.
You just gotta find them.
I see a lot of them sitting along the side of the road.
Well, that's where I've been getting them.
That's where I got mine.
That's where I get my flowers for Mother's Day too. I go to the graveyard.
Yeah, it's weird. Every Thursday on my street, people put them out.
I find lots of life jackets that people just leave on their boats too.
Yeah. And sometimes in the summertime, there'll even be like coolers just full of beer. I don't know what they're doing. Sometimes it's still got ice and everything. Don't even get me started on the people that leave their keys in their boats. Good Lord, I haven't put gas in a boat in years. I'm sure we're gonna have to cut these down, but I don't want to cut it down until we see what it looks like. Look, this is why I don't maintain anything. I tried to grease this pulley, and now this thing is like hopelessly stuck on there. It will not come off.
Pull up on it while I whack down on it.
With that hammer?
Yeah.
What the heck? It's on a Zerk fitting.
I think you're gonna have to unscrew the whole Zerk fitting, maybe.
Oh, what a stupid problem. Oh, wait, you got it. Did that get so stuck on there?
This has this rim that fits this perfectly. You can't roll it off of there.
Well, we learned a valuable lesson today. Don't maintain anything. Run it till it's broken. When I fish crab pot, I fish what's called an underwater line, which means I have 25 pot connected to one singular line. You have your hawk buoy that we've been building with your flag. To the bottom, you have 30 feet, and then you have your crab pot. And then between each crab pot, you have 75 feet of line. We do this until you have 25 pots connected to a row. We need to build these lines. These are called the underwater lines. 30-foot lead, and each one of these will have a loop, an overhand knot tied, that will get stacked on the pole on the barrel. So I'm sure there's gonna be some of you that are gonna figure out my system before I even show you. What is 75 divided by 2? 32 and a half.
Some people use further apart than 70.
Some guys have 100. Didn't make any of these last year, so I think I remember pretty much exactly how to do it. Hope this new line holds up. I just bought a lot of it. Tag in here. Caulk line here. That's all the stick. This is our first pot line. That pulley is at exactly half the distance. That is the space between each line. I can just walk right here, tie an overhand knot. Like this. It'll be pot number 2. Sit here and pull it all the way down and through. work better once I get a longer piece of PVC pipe here. And then you just do that. Come right here, tie your knot right next to you, drop it, and then pull the line through and stack your loop until you have 25 loops plus the 2 on the end.
I have no suggestions.
You don't think this system can be improved upon? Since we got the roof back on, I gotta fix it because it's kind of a piece of junk. It weighs twice as much as it has to because of all the times we've had to sister it and rebuild it. It's not like alarmingly dangerous, but I don't love the way that it's designed in the first place. I see some daylight through here, and that's because these bolt holes just kept getting egged out over the years. The posts just started to push up on the plywood. This piece of angle, lay it here, jack the roof up a little bit, bolt it, and then maybe lag it into these studs. Then pretty much all the weight will be bearing on this instead of just pushing up on the plywood. I want to do stuff right the first time and do it, and you never have to do it again. I get it, but in reality, there's only so many hours in the day, and I have taken on the freaking world here in the past few months. Down and dirty, get her done. Cutting aluminum with a circular saw is probably one of my least favorite things to do because it just hurts. I totally recommend a full face shield, and it is so loud. It's a lot easier than dealing with stainless, that's for sure, and a lot lighter and a little cheaper. Honestly, the best way to do that if you're gonna do a lot of it is to put the circular saw blade on backwards. Makes cutting aluminum a lot better. I know that sounds crazy, but it actually works. Maybe I'll just leave it like that. I kind of like that. Right there. All right, that's a good mock-up. Stupid, but it's not the end of the world. Is that what I want, or do I want it? Shoot. That was so dumb. Where's my measuring tape? Where's my Sharpie? I gotta pee. I can't do this until I get a measuring tape or a Sharpie, so I need to go find that first, and then pee, and then come back and do this. But I just did that. I don't even know where I just had that stuff, because I just had it in my pocket, and now I need it, now it's gone. Let's send it home. Another thing that we need to do is cut more of these leads, because I need some spares. But to cut that line, we need this thing, which I've always wanted one of these. I finally got one at the fishing show. It's like a hot knife. We're gonna rig up something with this line so we can cut a whole bunch of 3-foot leads. All right, so this is the system. Got rope, PVC pipe, crab pot line, the burner screwed to the table at 3.5 feet, which is how long I tie the leads. So got a production line going. Why is this so hard to drill through aluminum? I'm so short. Thank goodness Garrett bought me this bucket of hydraulic fluid for a wedding present. I can use it as a ladder. Ow! One safety related thing down. All I can find are these stupid square head lags. You can only turn them with a wrench. What the heck are they even for? How do you drive a square head lag? Drop me a comment because I'm curious. They seem like they just kind of suck. Like they're just built to inconvenience people. There's got to be a reason they're square. Take forever. I'm curious to see how many more I can manage to drop in the water before this job is done. Probably I can only find the square heads because I dropped all the other ones in the water. I've had this stuff rolling around in the hardware store section of my workboat for like, I'm not even kidding, probably like 6 or 7 years. Heat wrap, I guess. It goes around exhaust pipes so you don't burn yourself. Instead of a burn, you just get fiberglass in your skin until you're dead. I'm gonna attempt to wrap this. This is the exhaust stack for the boat. I just have a dry stack, so you just put dinosaurs in and you just get hot noise out. It's very hot, and there's been many people that have accidentally burned themselves on this thing. I've also melted baskets and crates and all kinds of fun stuff. They claim this job really sucks, so we're gonna see if that's true. I have a feeling it's true. All right, well that wasn't actually quite as bad as I thought. Although I will say I will never do that in short sleeves again. Definitely need to buy more next time. I could buy some and then use it in another 6 years. Just using these plastic zip ties until I can find some stainless something or another to hold this on there. I think I can make a hose clamp out of this aluminum stuff. This is also the thing I use as a batten to scribe a bunch of stuff on the door lid. Maybe this is its final destination. Oh, I keep brushing my arm with it. bet that'll work right there. That actually worked out nicely. That's a dandy homemade band clamp right there. We got the roof fixed. I mean, as fixed as it's gonna get. All the pieces of angle in here. It's aluminum, so it's probably not gonna add that much weight. I think it looks pretty good. Got it on both sides. It ain't much, but it's all we got. Funny thing is, that's what CJ used to say about me. He'd say, he ain't much, but he's all I got. Actual trash. Spin it a little bit like that. I think that looks pretty good. That's not going anywhere. Heard it here first. Hopefully I didn't just replace one danger with another danger, but that's aluminum. That'll be fine. It actually looks pretty good. And now that the stack is done, I need to make another stack flange. I forgot to put the other one in when I was testing the engine, and then I lost it. I need to figure out how to build another one. It's not that hard. It's just a little tab with a little bend with a bead of weld on it that holds the stack into the back of the turbo right here. They go there, but I only have 3 and there should be 4. And I remember when I put the thing on there, I was like, oh, I'm only putting 3 on. The other one's hard to get to. And when I go to put the stack on after I wrap it and whatever, I'll just put the 3rd one in. But now I can't find it anywhere. I guess we're gonna make another one. And yeah, I'm well aware that as soon as I build another one, I will find the stack flange. It's inevitable. Okay, AJ is putting in work, tying up all these nice new lines. Learn how to tie a bowline, learn how to tie a square knot. All that good stuff they don't teach you in high school, right? Yep. So I've been walking the yard trying to figure out what to make a new stack flange out of. And this is the running gear that came out of the back of the door at Lynn. But look at that hole, perfectly the same. And I have an aversion to drilling through stainless. It takes forever, I hate it. I'm just gonna trace this and then cut this out with a grinder. Glad I saved the trash. There's actually no such thing as trash around here. It's just unseen potential. Why'd I do that? I should have cut the top first. Now I can't hold that and cut that. Ow, that's hot and sharp. Ow, it's still hot and sharp. Idiot. Still hot and sharp. Ow, 3rd time's the charm. No big deal. I'm not even sure this is stainless rod. I think it is. It says E308 on it.
That's stainless.
Looks like all we need.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Looks fine to me. All right. Well, I came to put the stack back on and then realized that I leaned up against this thing and snapped the screws off in here. So we gotta fix this too. Are you serious, dude? Oh, I can't even see down there in that part of the build. Hope nothing bites me. Oh, yes. Yes, I found it. Holy crap. That would have been a bummer to have to remake one of those. Make sure this thing's actually aligned correctly. Yep, looks close enough to me. Oh, shoot. Always do this. I never put my tools close enough to where I need to be. Okay, tools here. Screws here. All right, that should be. Oh. Are you serious? You dropped it again. Oh, so stupid. All right, I got it. 3rd time's the charm, I hope. What a dumb problem. Where's the Sharpie? I know I had a Sharpie in my pocket. Here it is. Ugh. Shop Sharpie. Whoa. Stainless is like strips out super easy, so if you can pre-drill anything, you ought to. Upgrading the screws because all of these are falling out. I'm gonna have to replace all these eventually. All right, fixed. Another thing off the list. All right, let's check out AJ's progress. Looks pretty good. That's lipstick on a pig right there, buddy. Oh yeah. On to the next thing. All right, I gotta replace this shift cable, tape this line to it, and pull it through, because it's gotta go under the floor, and it's a real pain to have to snake it. So, and I don't have the other cables, so I can't just tape the cables together. But I need to get a measurement on how long this cable is before I can place an order for another one. If you tape this to this, and then pull this cable out from under the floor, then you have the rope attached to it, so then when you need to pull the other cable through the tricky spot, you just tape your new cable to the rope and pull it back through the opposite way. This is easier said than done usually. AJ, you come over here and try to guide this thing through a little bit. I'm gonna try to pull on it on the other side. All right. Oh, hell yeah. Glad that made it. All right. This is ready for our new cable. All right, let's hang the stack.
The best thing to do is to touch them on the positive and negative.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you want to rest anything metal on the top of the batteries really is ideal. It's really close, but let's pull it out of there. This gasket's got to go on, and we got to get that on there. Is the homemade flange gonna work? Oh, like a glove? Yeah. AJ's doing a little touch-up painting, and since I have the motor box all apart, and I'm not like frantically in the middle of the crabbing season, go through and make sure all these hose clamps are snug. You'll be chasing down some little stupid leak or something like that in the middle of the season, and turns out it'll be something like this. It'll be a lot harder to find once you're using the boat every day. You don't want them too tight, but you definitely want them to not leak. I tell you what, in the summertime, there's nothing like having to get knuckles deep in a stupid hot engine after working all day in the 95-degree weather around a 200-degree engine. I just love burning my forearms and things like that, trying to get to stupid little things like hose clamps. It's pretty good at it as well, if I do say so myself. So part of the reason that I tear up shift cables so much is that the bracket that I built a little while ago to hold the shift cable in place is a little too low. I gotta raise it up a little bit. So this little thing that holds the cable needs to be raised up above the starter here. And that's just gonna take a little engineering. I made that. I know you can't tell because it looks so absolutely professional, but I'm gonna have to remake it. Well, I'm actually just gonna take this one and hack it up and then raise it up a little bit. The first step when trying to build something is to just take the thing and stare at it for a while. And just try to pretend like you have a plan. Build it in your head, and then take some other things and just kind of hold them up and see if they're gonna work. And then break out the power tools. All right, so I built these pieces, and since I don't know how these new cables I just ordered are gonna sit, and I'm not sure exactly where I want it, I made it adjustable. So you got a slot, the bolt through a hole with a nylock nut on the back, and this will mount where the other one mounted originally, but it can slide up and down, and we can turn the cable whatever way is going to be the least, I don't know, kind of intrusive. I wasn't sure exactly the measurements. It was really hard to get a bearing, so I just made it all the measurements. Now it covers every measurement you possibly could want. Now we have this. We can clear the starter in whatever position it's got to be in to reach this thing. We can adjust it, tighten it up, and then it'll probably just rust into place, so we won't even have to weld it. All right, turns out that opening the hood is a two-man job. You need somebody to pull the lever, while somebody else just violently lifts up and down on the hood. But if you could nail that, it seems to be working just fine. Hopefully this thing starts. I haven't started it in a while. I'm sure the keys are nowhere to be found as well. Sorry the camera's crooked. You're currently jammed in the ABS module. Impeccable work. I do say so myself. All right, moment of truth. I'm gonna try to start it. I'm definitely not gonna try to shut the hood. Man, this truck still smells like cigarettes. After a couple years of owning it, never smoking a cigarette in it. Is it gonna start? Dude, yes! This thing is awesome. Oh, it's making a funny noise. Let's see what that is. I don't know, it went away. We're in good shape. All right, cross that off the list. Shoot. Idiot.